Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
All right. Looks like you've got yourself a project in your mind here. What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking about using these totes. You know, a lot of people use these to store a lot of stuff, off-season stuff, like Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. They put them in the garage or in the basement
Sure.
or wherever.
Yeah.
But to think about it, you put something in it, you put it on the floor, then you pile another one on top, another one before you got a stack, and you say, I want the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I got to move all the ones on the top to get to the one on the bottom.
Well, you should have put this one on the top.
I know, but I wasn't thinking.
I gotcha.
So I thought I would make a rack to put them on.
So something that you can sort of slide them in on a shelf?
Yeah, individually go in, have the label on there. Oh, I want that one right there, and they pull that one out.
Roger that. Okay. And you're thinking just sort of rough framing, just 2x4s?
You could use a 2x3, you could use a 1x, but I look at a 2x4, it's not that much more money than the other material, but you've got plenty of meat to put your screws through it. So we're going to use screws as opposed to nuts and bolts.
Right. And it looks like you chose an exterior screw, deck
Yeah.
screws right here. I guess
deck screw.
if it's unfinished space, that'll do it.
Yeah, deck screws are great. They won't rust. They're better than a drywall screw. A drywall screw, brittle, they can snap. But interesting thing about a deck screw, at the tip of the screw is a little slot or a groove right there, like a drill bit that will actually drill a hole for the screw to set in, which means it's going to hold better and less chance of splitting the wood.
Roger that. And you're thinking maybe making it portable. You got some swivels. There's 4 swivel wheels?
Yeah, 4 swivel wheels. I mean, you could get them that don't swivel, but a swivel will allow you to pull it out, slide it, push it back in. The other way, it's tough to do.
Yeah, I'm on board.
All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to make a template so we can position our cleats on the sides of the legs that are going to hold our totes.
Okay, so make some marks so we can repeat it on all the pieces?
Right, exactly. So first thing I'm going to do is, let's say this is going to be the upright side. I'm going to measure the height of the box at the bottom of the cleat. It's 13.5. So to the top of the cleat, it measures 13.5, but I want to put a 1-inch space, so I'm going to make it 14.5, and I'm going to come back down 3.5 to the bottom of the cleat.
That's the width of your cleat.
That's right, right there, okay? Now, I have to measure up from the top of this part of the box right here to the top right here.
Yep.
And I'm going to measure that 2 inches. I'm going to call it 3 inches.
So you give it another 1-inch gap.
Right, so if I measure 3 inches right here from the top of that cleat, right there, okay? Now, from that mark, for the next one up, 13.5 inches. And I'm gonna come back down 3.5 for the thickness of my 2x4, right there. And I'm gonna give me my 2.5-inch gap right here. That will be the top, we cut that.
So when you say top and bottom, you've got casters, wheels going on the bottom of this, right?
Right.
So there's going to be a frame down here?
Going to be a frame down there, and I'll just grab one more. So, and there's going to be a frame going right here,
Roger that.
okay? So think of this, have you got that?
Yep.
So I'm going to take and I'm going to slide this in. Oh, let's get a cleat here so you can see it.
As if this is our side cleat.
So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to slide it in on that cleat. It's going to create a little gap on the bottom.
Rest on that cleat,
Yeah.
leave a gap there.
So we can slide in and out. Now if you take that cleat and move it up, put it on the line like that, when I slide this in, on this, it'll hang on that cleat. I have my 1-inch space above that my piece is going to run across.
And then you're expecting there to be a top bracket right there
like
to go
that.
across?
That holds the top of the piece together, and we have the gap that we need between the two totes right here.
Got it.
All right, so let me line this up. Okay. Okay.
Good.
So we'll cut 8 of these for the uprights. All right, now that we have all of our uprights cut, we want to make them all even, and we want to try to make them square with the table. I'm going to take our piece that we marked for our template piece. I'll mark right across. And there's the top right here. Put where our 2x is going to go. You see it?
You a little bit? There.
So now we have to cut our cleats for the boxes to slide on. So I mark this at 30.
So how long are the totes?
Tote boxes are about 29 inches, so we're going to make these 30, so it'll be a little bit deeper so they'll sit inside the frame.
Okay, you good?
All right, now what we need to do is figure out our spacing for our upright. First thing we want to do is measure the width of our container, which is 19.5. If we allow a 1/2 inch on each side, it'll be 20.5. Because we have some play, we want it to fit in between the 2x4s.
Okay.
All right.
And we've got a 2x4 on the outsides, right?
Yep.
So if that represents our outside upright,
So if I measure between here, 20.5, and 1.5 inches, because that's the thickness.
this will be our second upright.
Yep. And I go 20.5 again. That's between the uprights, and 22. Add the 1.5 inches.
Okay.
And now we go here, 20.5, and 1.5 inches is 22.
So this would represent our third upright. Whoops, right there. So we'd have a bin go between, a bin go between, a bin go between.
All right, so now if we measure all the way down to the outside here, to the outside of this one, I am 67.5. That's the length for our 4 pieces. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now to give the rack some lateral stability, we're going to cut 4 diagonal blocks to nail on the back, and that will keep it stiff. Now we can start assembling the shelves. Remember, I don't need to drill pilot holes because I'm using deck screws that are designed to minimize wood splitting. All of our upper and lower plates are marked for the location for the sides and the ends, so we can start fastening them right now. Just check it real quick, see if it's square.
Middle.
We are a 32nd of an inch off. I think that's close enough. Finally, we can add casters to the bottom. I'll install wheels on each of the 4 corners and secure them using a short structural screw.
Let's see how your measurements went, Tommy.
So far, so good.
Okay.
There you go.
Pins are in, everything fits. Like it's got a nice roll to it, so
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
stick
put
it
it anywhere you go, real easy.
6 bins, that's a lot of storage right there. That's a lot of Christmas
There
ornaments.
is a lot of storage there. Yeah, a lot of Christmas ornaments.
And, you know, the bins aren't that expensive. It's just 2x4, so a nice utilitarian project.
It's economical, fast way to build.
Nice job, Tommy.
My pleasure. Thanks for the help.
All right, well, that's it for us. So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor
I'm Tom Silva.
for Ask This Old House. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.